of a little frazzled getting the show together, but for those of you who signed up for text alerts, I'm glad that it worked, so it's a good thing. Yeah.
It couldn't take you directly to the live feed, which I got to look into that, but it did take you to the Facebook page, so at least.
Yeah, so if you do sign up for text alerts, it'll take you to the Facebook page, because I actually got a text as well.
I'm wondering if we should scooch the table down a little bit.
Why? Do you guys care if we're crooked?
We are really crooked.
I don't think they care.
You just move the table stuff down and that looks straight.
But see, now I see we have way more stuff on your side than mine now.
The camera's
We just look off-center.
Okay.
Okay.
We're off-centered, sorry.
Off-centered.
The reason being is that my other Mac hard drive crashed, and I had to kind of throw everything together quickly to get the show going. So I'm rebuilding it right now. Well, not this moment.
Yeah, we have like a whole lot of extra room on your side.
Yeah, we got lots. But
okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Go ahead.
Sorry. Are we ready to get started?
Yep, go ahead.
Hello, welcome to TMSM Weekly Live Show number 50 for April 29th, 2018. I am Scott Atwood.
And I am Michelle Atwood.
And we've got a heck of a show for you.
Yeah, I guess we do. We have our microphones on today, so I'm hoping...
We're hoping you guys hear us better.
That you guys can hear us okay. I know that we've had issues with it kind of being fuzzy previously, but...
Yes.
Hopefully
it works a little bit better. So if you could let us know.
So we have a lot to talk about, as usual. So do you want to talk about Avengers first?
I was going to say, I think we should talk about the big news that happened over the weekend, which was what I was most excited about. Avengers Endgame debuted Thursday night at 5 o'clock for fan events.
Yes.
Then nationwide on Friday. And it did pretty well at the box office.
Just a little bit.
They projected $900 million, which is phenomenal for an opening weekend. A couple weeks ago, I said I think it's going to hit $1 billion.
Did you?
I did say that. Go back and watch the tape.
Roll the tape.
But actually, it even surpassed that. It did $1.2 billion. So in essence, the movie did 33% better than they thought it would.
Yeah. It had a lot of hype for it.
It really did.
I had told him before that it makes me sad sometimes that I think some really good movies kind of get tossed by the wayside sometimes because of the fact that they don't get as much publicity or commercial time that they might deserve.
Which movie was it a few years ago?
I said Ant-Man didn't get enough airtime.
Well, no, there was a Disney movie I remember. Was it around Monsters University? Something came out around the same time. And it was,
wasn't it the Johnny Depp one?
Lone Ranger.
Yes.
The Lone Ranger did not do as well at all because they didn't really put a lot of hype into it, but they put a lot of hype into Monsters University, which blew up at the same time. So.
Yeah, I think the timing is everything when it comes to these things. But, they had no shortage of advertising for Avengers Endgame. It was
everywhere. Every product was monopolizing on the Avengers Endgame to put their product out there with the Avengers name on. So McDonald's jumped on board, which they haven't done in years with anything with Disney. So they jumped on board. We did not grab. I've got like 6 of them already. So there's a bunch more.
Did you guys see our article about the McDonald's Happy Meal toys? I was talking about it on the radio last week, as a matter of fact, and how I thought it was very reminiscent of the Beanie Baby craze back in the late 90s. How people were driving from different McDonald's to McDonald's trying to get a hold of these coveted Beanie Babies.
And last Tuesday, we kind of did the same thing. I think we went to 3 McDonald's in about 3 hours.
Yeah, I was, I'm trying to diet, so I've just given my cheeseburgers to Jack, which, he has to keep that physique somehow. You hear, speaking of Jack, he's sleeping on the floor, and there's a loud snore. That would be Jack, for anybody who's new. But it's funny, though, because...
Jack's our dog, not a child.
Jack's our dog. It's funny because of all the people that hit McDonald's because of the toys.
It was crazy. So, of course, we had to go get some. Actually, they've listed on the box that there's 14, 2 of them being chasers. But actually, I've already gotten one that wasn't on the box, and I don't know if it's one of the special chasers. There was a special Hulk one that has a gold bottom as opposed to the gray bottoms. And I've got both, actually. I've got the Hulk with the gray and the one with the gold. So I'm assuming they're 2 different... I don't know. I don't know how many there are total. So if you work at McDonald's or know somebody that does... you could find out that information and pass it along. We would appreciate that.
Yeah, there's a couple I'd actually like to have. But what I do is I give them to you. I'll get a Happy Meal, and I give Jack my burger, and I give you the
I get the toys. Most people would say, she probably gives them to the kids. No, they go to me. So, without giving away any spoilers, though, the movie was absolutely fantastic. I saw it twice. I did see it on Thursday at 5. And then Michelle and the boys and I went back again with Lindsay and her family at 6 o'clock on Saturday. Friday, I apologize. And I'm ready to go back and see it again a couple times since then. It's just, I loved the movie. I thought it was fantastic. It was a great way to end this part of the Marvel Universe. Mm-hmm. The 21 movies that led up to this 22nd movie over a 10-year span, and they hit on every movie in that finale. I mean, really, they did some way, somehow. So if you've seen it, I hope you enjoyed it. I've not heard of anybody saying they didn't like it that I know. There was one guy on the radio who called in today and said he fell asleep, him and his wife, about 20 minutes into the movie, which I haven't heard anybody say they didn't like the movie. Some people said it was a little slow, but in the beginning, but I don't think so. I think it was perfectly done.
Well, I think that you're always going to have critics say, that they like or didn't like, or it's too long. And, it was funny because the biggest hype last week was people worried about that they weren't going to make it through the movie and not have to go to the bathroom. And I was concerned about that as well. So what's funny is that we went to one of those, over at the new Margaritaville resort that they're building on the other side of Will Drive, that we went to a dine-in theater, and it was the most unique theater I've ever been in. It looked almost like a bar or a nightclub. It was dark in the hallways, and when you got seated, they had I called it a panic button, like a snack button. Like you hit the
little red button,
you hit the panic button,
and it lit up.
And they a waiter or waitress comes to your seat, and you order your popcorn through them. You order your treats, but
anything.
Yes. They do not have a concession stand. Now, when we went in there, Lindsay said, "Where's the concession stand?" And the girl said, "We don't have one." I thought Lindsay was going to just have a heart attack.
Make a beeline out.
She's like, "What do you mean they don't have a concession stand?" So what is? You sit down, you got a menu. It was a really cool theater. And I got a Diet Dr. Pepper. My only thing I didn't like about the theater is they serve Pepsi there.
And they didn't have Diet Mountain Dew, which is my favorite.
But I'm a Diet Coke person, so I did get a Diet Dr. Pepper. And over the 3 hours of the movie, I kept checking to see how much I was drinking. I was pulling it out of the cup holder because I didn't want to drink too much of it because I knew that I was going to have to get up and use the restroom. And he kept saying, "There's no good time for you to go." So
you're not getting up.
So I didn't even. I spent that Dr. Pepper was probably $5 at least, and I didn't drink it.
With all the hype though, I want to bet because that's how the movie theaters make most of their money is through concessions. I mean, they don't make it through the movie itself.
But he got pretzel bites. Right. Lindsay ordered a pizza. Her husband Kevin ordered quesadillas.
But I wonder, a typical theater though, if concession sales were down because of people having that fear of going to the bathroom. I just wonder if they're like, okay, I'm not going to get the large drink because I don't want to walk out. I'm just going to get a small one. I mean, they probably still made their money with so many people seeing the movie, but I just wonder if they were down considering what they could have made had it not been a 3-hour film.
I think that maybe people worried about it too much. It's like one of those things that if you think about something ahead of time, then it's actually going to be. I talked to my dad the other day, and he said something about 3-hour movie, and I said, really, it went by quickly. It didn't feel like 3 hours. It
keeps your attention.
So. It's just funny. He's like, 3 hours? And I kind of felt like that way at first, 3 hours. But it did go by pretty quick.
And they had to wrap up so many loose ends to bring it all together towards the end. So I think they did really well with it. I'm very impressed with the movie.
Of course he is.
Highly recommend, though. Hands down my favorite in the entire Marvel Universe, behind Infinity War and the 3 Captain America movies.
I thought it was good. Everybody's like, you laugh, you cry, you gasp. I laughed. I did not cry. I thought it was...
A couple times you went...
But no, this one over here, oh my lord, the gasping and the changes in his breathing and the...
Really?
Yes!
You're throwing me under the bus in front of the camera.
I am, because you can't argue it. But it's true, because I was looking at him thinking, he's going to be alright. So, yeah, you could tell. Some people...
She embellishes all that.
Some people get really into their movie going.
Like she did at Dumbo.
I didn't gasp like that.
You cried.
Hello, Dumbo and his mommy. Everybody cries about Dumbo and his mommy. Dumbo. You have no heart. Dumbo is something that's making people cry for years. That's different. Just saying.
That's true.
And it's so sad. Okay, I want to talk about Dumbo because I'm not good at it.
I know, I just want to cry. But one thing on Dumbo, though, just to mention that, in case you didn't see the announcement, the Dumbo, Dooney, and Burks are going to be hitting Disney on Friday.
Yeah.
Yep, this Friday, the Dumbo, Dooney, and Burks will be hitting the stores around Disney. So if you're looking for that, you might want to talk to somebody about getting it for you if you can't get here yourself, or get down there to pick them up.
I'm just wondering if it's going to be as big of hype for the Dumbo Dooney now, because the movie's been out for a month, and we had shown, because we were lucky to get the merchandise preview, we showed it back in January.
Yes.
So people have been waiting for said Dumbo purse for a long time. I mean, now that I've seen the movie, and I originally didn't want it because it had a white background, but then I saw it again, I'm like, oh, but it really is cute.
So is the print off the cartoon or off the late movie?
I would say more cartoon, but it has it's kind of got Universal references.
Okay.
So I think that it's just really cute, and if you're a fan of Dumbo, I mean, it's going to be hard to pass up. Still waiting for that Tangled Dooney.
I'm just curious if it'll sell, because if you didn't see it last week, they re-released the Haunted Mansion purse, which was
for a day,
for one day, and they sold out.
And then people yelled at me, I put it out in the morning, and then people were like, "No, it's not at that store." Well, it was at that store, but it sold quickly, and I love it when people shoot the messenger. It's my fault that it sold out, but it was there, so that means that maybe they have more coming, which would be great.
Hopefully, and hopefully it doesn't turn into rose gold ears the first time around, where they would come in, they'd get 10 of them.
Well, that's the first time those Haunted Mansion Doonies have been available since the end of August.
August.
Because it was Halloween time,
yeah, it was.
So, I mean, I don't know. But, yeah.
Yeah, because it was the party we went to when we took the boys and everything. Halloween party that night was the day it came out. We went to Disney Springs to get it. And then that night we were at the Halloween party.
Well, I know it's not in order, but do you want to talk about Halloween since we're on Halloween?
We can talk right about Halloween.
We'll just have to,
we're going
to go out of order.
We're skipping. There really was no order. I just wrote some stuff.
Oh, before we switch from Avengers, I want to show you something. Can you guys see my shirt? Watch this. It's a magic shirt. You ready for it? Watch. Ooh. It goes from the comics.
It's like fireworks.
And it goes to Red Circle. And if you're interested, not that, I'm being paid for an endorsement, but at the Shop
Disney. It would be nice.
Sure would. Shop Disney has these on their
yeah, Shop Disney, not Disney Parks.
No,
Shop Disney Parks,
Shop
Disney, the regular.
And they
Disney
usually
stuff.
have a sale of sorts, free shipping.
And we have a link on the main page of our site.
We
if you
do
click
have a
on
link.
that, that's our affiliate link, and that would help us
a
little bit.
But yeah, my fancy shirt that goes from comic to sparkly. So, anyway, back to Halloween.
Yes, Disney put out kind of a shocker. It was late last week that HalloWishes is no longer going to be the nighttime show at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which I think I read that it's 14 years.
14, I believe.
Yeah, 14 years. That's been the nighttime show, which is always a favorite of ours. We love HalloWishes.
I love HalloWishes. I mean, I know the music. I mean, the ringing of the doorbell and the villains that show up, and they play music from the Haunted Mansion, of course, which is fantastic. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes. We wondered when they got rid of Wishes if they were going to eventually get rid of HalloWishes.
That was a big question that we had gotten at the time when Wishes retired. Actually, it was what did we think about HalloWishes or the Holiday Wishes as well? Which that's now there's a question.
I would bet
now,
that one would be gone
also. Is Holiday Wishes going to change too? Anything with wishes at the end going to be gone?
Trying to get rid of that. No more wishes at Disney.
But the thing is that the premise we don't know much, but HalloWishes is going away. But there's going to be a new fireworks / projection show because, as we all know, Disney's big on projections right now. And the premise is supposed to be like Mickey and friends visiting a haunted house, I believe. So I'm guessing that they're going to incorporate Haunted Mansion music and such in there. But I can't say for sure. I hope that they don't completely scrap the whole score of HalloWishes. Like, for example, when they went from Wishes to Happily Ever After, you can hear bits and pieces of music that they use in Wishes that they use in the new show. So if I'm going to venture an educated guess, I would say that the new Halloween fireworks maybe will do the same.
I would think so, because I think they want to they don't want to just take it away completely and leave you with nothing that you're used to.
No.
So I think that's the one reason that hopefully they'll put little things in there. We got to have the ghost host kind of lead the whole thing. He has to kind of.
I hope. I mean,
and Ursula's laugh is one of my favorite parts.
Yeah. I mean, I have the music playing in my head right now because it's just one of those things that we would actually download the music and listen to it in the car.
Which is on TMSM Radio.
Oh, TMSM Radio.
So if you watch out for that. But if you've never seen HalloWishes, because I did notice, like Jody says, she's never seen it in person. We do have it on our YouTube channel. I know it's not as good, but at least we will always have that memory to be able to go back and reference.
We still have Celebrate the Magic on our YouTube channel, and I loved Celebrate the Magic.
It was so much better, and there was the one scene in that though where you actually saw Walt on the castle, Mickey and then Walt together on the castle, and it was like, where'd they go? You know, they're not in any of the shows now. It's kind of
Celebrate the Magic used to make me cry. I love it, not just because there was a Tangle part, but because of the Walt part. I know the whole score of that show in my head, and so did Aiden. Like we knew the whole, the whole thing. But and then the new one that they have now, honestly I never stay to watch it. The one that has like the
Beauty and the
Chip
Beast,
and
Chip
Mrs.
and
Potts, and I just don't watch it.
We saw it when it first came out. We taped it. I think it's on
we
YouTube
did.
also.
We did tape
but
it.
it's just I don't know. It's just
it doesn't have that
doesn't
little that heart tug that the other one did.
But we're not big Beauty and the Beast fans either.
No, we like it, but we don't like it.
Yeah, it's not our go-to.
No. But still, I think. But the whole point was, I think that Celebrate the Magic because it had Walt.
I'm singing the song in my head.
I know. It was so good, and it was like one of those that would get you like right in your throat, and you'd be like, at least it did for me.
And when she saw the Tangle part, she lost it every time. I would start filming her rather than the castle.
You know how the pressure that is now, because like every time we see like Even Happily Ever After, I see like my sons and my husband, when the Tangle part comes up, I feel everybody look at me like, she's gonna cry.
I don't look at you anymore. I just know you're gonna cry. I just remember when we first taped Happily Ever After's debut, Michelle was in the press area, and she's doing a live, and we didn't know there was going to be a Tangle part to the new show. And so people kind of called her out because they could hear her sniffling on the live feed. As that part came up, wasn't that it?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. My people love to call me out, but that's okay.
It's like, Tangled, and she's fine with that.
We hear you crying. Yeah, you did.
So the new show is going to debut August 16th. Hopefully we will be there opening night to get video of it and go live for you guys. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I would hope so we can see what the new show is. But we will be there, if not that date, probably any day around there to get video of that to show you guys.
I'm guessing because there's a new show that they are going to do, like, hopefully a media event for that. So, but we'll know as it gets closer. The announcement just came last week.
Right.
If you are looking for more information, we do have it on our website, though.
Yes, there is a blog. It was out last week. So if you go back or if you just search HalloWishes, I think the blog will come up. So you can do that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So actually tomorrow on Wednesday, Michelle, if you want to stay close to your Facebook feeds and watch it, Michelle's actually going to be at Disney's Hollywood Studios for the next 2 days because they are getting ready to celebrate their 30th anniversary, which starts. They're going to start the celebration tomorrow. Media previews and things like that. And then Wednesday, there's going to be another ceremony, which she will be at live feeding, recording, photos, everything for you guys. Correct?
Yep. I'm already nerved up about it. I didn't realize last year for Toy Story Land they had a full day event where they had like a press area. They had a Disney representative to help you with their stuff, and because they were opening a new land. Right. Same thing with Pandora. So I found out last week that I'm actually getting a Disney rep to walk around with me and to help me out, which is really cool. So here's the thing. So I get this long this book of an email.
It was a book of an email.
Of all these things that I need to keep in mind, know before you go, which you always get to know before you go. But it was like, bring this, you're going to get a representative, blah, blah, blah. And then they said, no, it's going to be 90 tomorrow, just so you know.
And the next day.
But they said to make sure you bring with you long pants, socks that cover past your ankles, so like long socks, protective shoes, and something with sleeves, because there's going to be a special look at something.
I wonder what it could be at the studios.
I'm going to guess Galaxy.
I would guess that also. The only other guess would have been Mickey's Runaway, but I don't think it's that because that's been delayed until next year. So I think it's probably going to be Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, so I have to put on like these. Actually, I had to go. I don't have protective shoes because I'm not that kind of girl. I wear flip-flops all the time. So I had to go and buy protective shoes. And
they told her no tennis shoes.
Yes, you cannot wear sneakers. You have to have protective shoes. So I wouldn't. I got these awful shoes that I'm going to throw in my bag. I showed a picture to my friend John, who's going to be there tomorrow, and he was calling them Frankenstein shoes. So, which is always so helpful.
They're actually just the no-slip type shoes that people usually have to wear in kitchens, industrial kitchens, so they don't slip and fall. So that's what she's actually got, because it was steel-toed. We actually ended up going to Payless because they went out of business.
Why was I going to spend a lot of money
And
for
we went
construction
there,
shoes?
and it worked out great, because they were, what, $15, I think, for those shoes? It was great, because she's never going to wear them. I said, but now you have them. I said, if you ever get invited to another thing like that, you at least have shoes that
So if Disney ever wants me on another construction set, I have the shoes for it. But I have to bring these bulky shoes, we throw them in a backpack with a pair of jeans and a long sleeve shirt and long socks, just for like a half-hour window that there's going to be, I think, an interview or a footage opportunity. But they said if you do not come prepared with all this stuff, then you do not get to go. So I went out and I bought the shoes. I'm going to probably not sleep tonight because I'm going to be rolling in my head like everything I have.
And yes, they were steel-toed, Ashley. I saw you just ask that question. She did get steel-toed ones to make sure.
Because I don't want a chance like to get there and they'd be like, those shoes don't make it.
Well, at first she was like, I think I'll just wear leggings. I was like, do you really want to take a chance at getting there in leggings and then tell you no, those aren't thick enough, you need jeans.
I was going to wear leggings and my long socks and a pair of boots.
But do you want to take that chance?
No.
So she's not.
So anyway, I'm going to pack a big backpack that I have to carry around all day.
You have a handler.
I'm not going to I never have, that's the thing, I'm not that person. Whenever I have a Disney rep or a handler, I never let them carry my stuff because I feel bad.
I bet John will make him carry it.
Probably.
I just called him out, so now he has to carry his own bag. You're welcome, handler of John.
But no, so tonight I'm going to try to get my stuff together so that tomorrow I can be prepared. It's going to be an all-day event, so please, if you don't get notifications on our Facebook page, please hit see first for the Main Street Mouse so that you get a notification. You can also, I know that I will be putting things in our Instagram stories as well. So Instagram at the Main Street Mouse.
And it's either, I believe it was tomorrow night, but she's actually going to see the new nighttime show that's happening before the Star Wars fireworks show. There's going to be a new show that's debuting by Animation. So she's actually going to, I believe that is tomorrow night. Because you're there all day tomorrow, till the evening. You're not all day there on...
I really don't know. I'm just kind of showing up and saying what Disney tells me I have to do. And that's what the handler's for, is to make sure that I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
At what time or whatever. I just say yes, Disney.
And they've already told her you're going to have a flash drive with all the B-roll video and the photos and all that stuff. So they've really put a lot of effort into this, so I'm sure it's going to be a great event for her to go and cover. So please follow
along with me tomorrow and Wednesday. Wednesday morning, there's going to be a special anniversary parade at 10 o'clock in the morning from the studios. I will live feed that on Facebook, and then I will save it to our YouTube as channel. Well. So make sure to follow.
I think I may actually go to the studios on Wednesday with you.
Yeah.
I just can't go on the media side, but I can hang out and do other stuff.
Yeah, come with. And then when it's over, I can meet you and we can check things out.
Right. That'll work.
Yeah. So follow with me, because it's going to be me and my person, and I'm going to work really hard to get good coverage.
And a creeper me behind the bush watching them. That was jail for the Main Street Mouse.
Yeah. No, it'll be fun. So.
It will be fun. It will be fun.
So, and I appreciate those opportunities, even in my Frankenstein shoes. Be awesome.
For clog hopper. So, let's see what else we got going on. For those who are actually in town or locals, they announced on this Thursday, actually, the Navy's Blue Angels are actually going to be doing a flyover of Epcot, and they've said in the morning time, but they haven't given us an exact time frame. But it is going to be at Epcot. Disney is recommending you stand somewhere between Spaceship Earth and the entrance to World Showcase.
Is that where they said?
That's where they were saying the stand, because that's where you're going to get the best shot. So I don't know if that means they're going to be coming over Epcot, outside going over the entire park that way.
I know that it's going to be I've heard rumblings around 9:30 in the morning. I also think that it's going to be really quick. So it's like one of those things. Because I know a couple of years ago when they flew over Magic Kingdom, it was like a vroom, and that was it.
Well, I think they said they're going to do 2 flyovers.
Are they going to do 2?
Yeah, so if you miss the first one, there'll be another one, but probably right away, so be ready. So if we can get a definite time, because it just depends when we got to pick up kids and such, if we can get over there. But if we can get over there, if they'll give us more of a time frame we're supposed to have between this, we might get over there and try. Vanessa said she heard 9:30ish. So
okay, so yeah, I thought 9:30.
It makes sense to do it that early. So if we can get over there, we're going to get over there and probably try to do it live.
God, it's going to be a busy week.
It really is. It really is.
Because on Saturday we have Family Media Day at Epcot. So.
And Saturday is also May the 4th, so the studios should be busy with Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, we thought that was kind of amusing. Like, it's May the 4th, so studios will have special merchandise, but then they're sending us to Epcot.
Because we're going to hang out with Herman Hermits. Peter Noon.
And then Friday the 3rd is somebody's birthday.
It was canceled. You didn't get the memo?
No.
There was a memo that my birthday was canceled, so we don't celebrate this year.
He doesn't like to make a deal about his birthday, and I wasn't going to tell him I was going to mention it. But happy early birthday.
Thanks.
Friday.
I hate my birthday.
Too bad.
They don't like to talk about it.
Oh my God. See what I deal with? He's such a stick in the mud. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
All right, anyway.
The other thing that happens is Wednesday also is the new rules go into effect. So the smoking ban in the parks.
The rules.
Also
yes.
the stroller rule of the size, the wagon rule, all
No
that's
more
going into
wagons.
effect as of Wednesday. So if you were planning to go to the park Wednesday and take any of those things that break the rules, you're probably going to get in trouble. Have to return it back to your
No
car.
oversized strollers and no wagons.
Yes, take it back to your car like a selfie stick.
Oh, people still try to
They
bring
still get those. I still see them in there sometimes. I don't know how.
People try to smuggle in selfie sticks. Still.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. But you know what? If you go over to Universal, people...
Oh, they're fine.
They don't
They
care.
sell them.
They got their...
They slap a Universal sticker on it. Here you go.
They have no problem with selfie sticks apparently over at Universal unless they're just not...
Nobody's throwing them on the track there to screw a ride up yet. So that's why they don't care.
But anyway, so... I re-put out the information about the smoking ban in the parks and such. I put it out today, and of course, conversation ensued just like it did the first time.
Go figure.
And I think that, like we had talked about before, I think that there's always going to be, arguing sides when it comes to topics like these, and I think that Disney tries to make the best decision for everybody, even if it's something that maybe we don't agree with or somebody wouldn't agree with.
Well, here's my philosophy, and you can care about it or not. But it's Disney's park. Just like it's my house or your house or whomever, you respect the rules of whose house you're going to. And yes, Disney does charge you to go into their park, but you're choosing to go there. And you just obey the rules. You can't walk around there. You can't just say, I'm going to run around the park naked. You can't do it. It's against the rules. So what makes these rules any different?
Jeez.
Unless you want to run around naked. If you go for it, that is video that will go viral on YouTube. Viral.
Please don't do that.
If you do, send the video to info@.
No,
We are uploading that to YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
That is YouTube gold right there.
That's great.
We would be rich.
No, we'd get our channel shut down.
Probably. Got to be a way to do it. What about like one of those
Okay, that's enough of that.
flesh tone bodysuits?
Really? Anyway.
No,
So that's an... He's right, though. Not that part, but it's, Disney can do what they want because it's their park.
They can. And people are going to eventually... Yes, there'll be some growing pains. Yes, people are going to break the rules for a while, but eventually it'll just become nature and they will stop breaking and Disney will deal with it the best way they can.
But, like I had said before, and if you watched this before when I was on a tangent many times, that when it comes to smoking, it's not as accepted as it used to be. And it's not just Disney. It's like everywhere. But people are getting mad about Disney. But like if you go to Chili's for dinner and you say, I'd like the smoking section, they look at you like, there isn't one.
At least here, I don't know if it's other places.
But no, I mean, in Michigan, the no smoking in restaurants and bowling alleys and all these things have been in effect for a long time.
And I remember when I was a kid, you'd go into a restaurant and the smoking area was the larger part of a restaurant. There was like 2 booths in the corner next to the kitchen that were non-smoking, and every other one was smoking usually. It was the opposite.
And then when you would ask for non-smoking, people would look at you like really, what's the big deal?
But the table next to you would be smoking.
That was the dumb part, because like I don't know how many times I'd be sitting in a restaurant with my parents and like we're non-smoking, and then they're sitting right next to us, and they're smoking. It's like, well, put a plant there.
That's kind of like the deer crossing signs on the road. Deer can't cross unless it's on this side of the road.
Like what?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean Disney's just I think. Not that it matters, but I think Disney's just following suit with everybody else. So
they just get the most attention because they are Disney.
And you don't see people smoke like they used to.
No.
And when we were growing up, like everybody smoked. I didn't.
No.
But everybody like smoked, and my father smoked.
And now it's the vaping is the big thing. But they just said today that Florida's working to pass a law to not allow that indoor anymore. That's going to be against the law indoors at all. So.
But I hear that vaping is just as bad for you, really, isn't it?
No, I have no idea.
It just smells better.
I guess.
Because I saw a meme the other day, and it said something about, I don't remember what it was. It was a funny joke. Suzanne would probably know.
Of course you would. I guarantee Suzanne and Troy know all about this joke.
But it was something along the lines like how like I get mad when I think I smell cotton candy or cookies in the air and I turn around at somebody vaping, because it's just they want it to smell better.
That's
but
true.
I've never thought it smelled good. But
I've
whatever.
never really noticed. I just keep walking.
I don't know. But yeah, that's the thing. Whether we like it or not, that's what it is. But it's just funny because how times have changed, and I think if we keep that in mind, that it's not just a Disney policy; it's been an effect in so many other places, restaurants, and like I said,
it's just Disney's getting the attention of it because they've come out and said that this is the rule. Now Universal and SeaWorld and Legoland can all follow suit because Disney's done it, so all the pressure's off. Now they can do
I was reading comments today, like I like to do.
She loves the comments.
I love the comment section.
That's how she ruined Force Awakens.
True. But I was reading our comments on one of the things, and people were just like, just outraged about this whole thing and about how this isn't fair, that, we spend a lot of money to go to Disney, but then the non-smokers are like, so do we, and I don't see a way that Disney's going to make everybody happy on it.
I don't think you can. It's just one of those things, unfortunately, you can't make everybody happy, so you have to play the percentage. And you have to do what's best for 80% of the people instead of 20% of the people, what they want, and then you just go about it like that.
But anyway, so that whole thing takes effect on May 1st.
And then the strollers, nobody can come in with the Hummer-sized strollers anymore, pushing down Main Street, run over 16 people. And
if you guys remember my old "Don't Be That Guy at Disney" articles, I used to call those steam strollers. People come with these big old strollers and just knock you out of the
When
way.
you see the person behind it, should be wrestling because they're so big and they got to push that thing and they're struggling to push it. There's something wrong there.
No more steam strollers.
No more steam strollers. But if you do need a stroller, our friends at Kingdom Stroller, Matt did tell me all his strollers are approved, so you don't have to worry about that.
So if you need a stroller, Kingdom Strollers is your place to go, and they are not steam strollers, and they are in compliance with Disney's rules.
Yes, they are. Actually, he's the number one stroller provider at Disney.
He does a really good job.
He's such a nice guy.
And he's a nice person.
He is a nice guy. They've actually, him and his wife have asked us if we would come do the live show from there one evening for them. So that may happen here in the next couple weeks where we actually are going to go out there to their offices and maybe do a little tour of the warehouse, show you guys how much.
You guys would be impressed how they run that stroller business.
I was shocked. I had no idea it was how much work they do and how much they do into cleaning them all and they basically unassemble each stroller, clean it all, put it all back together and ship it out. Unassemble. Instead of assemble. Yeah, they got to unassemble, then assemble.
It was the whole Avengers joke. Never mind.
Strollers unassemble.
It was a joke. Okay,
anyway, what we got next?
I don't know. You wrote
I just wrote down a list of stuff that was coming up. So, didn't they put out the Disney Villains After Hours event? The tickets went on sale, I believe. Did they not?
They did.
If you haven't heard about this event, we are really trying to debate if we want to go to this. I mean, we want to go to this. We're trying to debate if we can have the finances to go to this event.
Because it's rather expensive, but it is going to be really cool. I think they put out the foodie guide for it.
Was that what it was? Yeah, the foodie guide came out
today.
The best part of it, though, is Maleficent Dragon is actually going to be
on the loose.
On the loose at night. I'm guessing it'll just be the parade route.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see her on the way.
I don't think you're going to see her over by Tomorrowland.
I don't think so.
Breathing fire on Tomorrowland. No, I don't think that's going to happen.
You never know, because the way they made it sound at first.
I know she's on the loose. We can't catch her.
Let's find her. But no, and I think I had talked about it when this first came out. This is the first time that you're going to see the dragon in the park that is not in Festival of Fantasy Parade.
Correct.
So,
correct.
And I think that's really cool. And there's going to be special, shows and of course special food because they have to have cupcakes and things.
And the villains are going to be out, which is something you only get during the year.
But are they going to? I had heard somebody say they weren't sure if there was going to be actual character meet and greets.
There better be.
I had heard because
for what they're charging, there better be.
You're not supposed to say that.
I did say that.
No, I think that that in the comment section I read somewhere that somebody was like, well, they better have character meet and greets, and I don't know for sure if they do. I have to check.
So is the draw for that much money just that you get to see the dragon?
No, not just the dragon.
Because the way I said to her today, she was talking about it and told me the price, and I said, but you can go to the Halloween party and you
But you don't see the dragon at the
You don't see
Halloween
the
party.
dragon, but if you get in early enough, you see Festival of Fantasy, then you do the Halloween party, then you get to meet all the characters, you get your snacks, your treats, all that stuff. That's all included, that's even cheaper than this party. So it's like, what is the big draw of this party then if you're not going to get to meet some of these characters you don't usually get to meet?
See, I'm right. Everybody is saying that I'm right. There are no meet and greets.
That's ridiculous. I'm not going to.
See?
Nah.
But I'm sure there's other good reasons. See, I would like to go.
Not for that price, I'm not. Not if I can't meet characters and get something for included in the price. I mean,
well, then I guess he'll wait till Halloween. Whatever.
I will. I've gotten to the point where I have to get the value for the money when it comes to Disney stuff. And if they're not going to offer something that I can get later in the year at a cheaper cost and get more,
you can't see the dragon at a Halloween party.
I can see the dragon tomorrow.
But you can't see it at night walking the streets.
What if I'm what if I'm in Tomorrowland at the time when it comes out and then I miss it? How many times have we missed the Headless Horseman in the parade? And you get to see the Headless Horseman at Halloween. That beats the dragon, I think.
All right. But I don't know.
Free soda, popcorn, and Mickey bars.
Oh, see, there you go. It's like
Still
one of those
enough.
DVC parties.
Yeah, still not enough for me.
See, no, that should sweeten the deal. Right there.
Didn't sweeten it. I want to see villains.
But there's a lot of, these after hours things that they're adding to I'm not sure. Like, it used to be just like DVC parties, and there's, Halloween and Christmas. And
Annual pass holder parties.
It seems like they're adding more late night things that are separate ticket. And I think some are really great. And I think some maybe, I don't know.
Well, like the after hours party at the Magic Kingdom, I think is a good value.
Oh, because you can actually get on the mine train.
You can get on every ride you can in like a 4-hour window or a 5-hour total window because you can get in 2 hours before the party starts. Yeah. You can ride everything in the park without a problem. Do I think the after-hours party at, say, Animal Kingdom or the studios would be, right now, would that be worth the price? And I don't know if I would. Because once Galaxy's Edge opens up, you'll never get in there regardless.
Once Galaxy's Edge opens up, I think it would be a great way for those who can't get in there during the day.
Mm-hmm.
And
the price is going to be
at night.
$2,000 a person.
So, I don't know. I would really like to go to the villains thing anyway, just because. Plus, I can think of a couple of cute outfits I'd like to wear to the villains.
That's right. Did you see that?
What?
Even Typhoon Rex Glow Party has characters and villains.
Yeah. Oh, because because the H2O Glow Nights are coming back as well. So.
And actually, we're going to the annual pass holder night at Typhoon Lagoon.
Yep, that was one of
month,
the choices.
Or June.
Yeah,
first weekend in June we'll be there. We actually went to Blizzard Beach yesterday, and the park looked pretty empty. It was kind of nice.
I don't know if because the past 2 weeks have been really busy here, and with the Easter crowd and the spring break crowd. But the water park was not busy at all yesterday, and we only were there for a couple of hours. We just went for just a little bit.
But the boys said they rode every slide. Within like a 2.5-hour window, they rode every slide. We went on the lazy river for a while, and it wasn't crowded like it usually is. They had half the tubes even out of the water. You saw them as you went by. They were all piled up on the side of the road.
I've never seen a water park that empty. Yeah, and I think it's just because my philosophy was that, since spring break was ending and a lot of people were going home yesterday, that maybe the water park of all places wouldn't be so bad. And Aiden's been bugging about going to the water park, and it's been hot here the past few days, so it worked out really well. Usually Typhoon Lagoon is my favorite out of the two. But, and I think because we were talking about this yesterday too, because I came from a place that actually has real snow.
Where it was supposed to snow there yesterday, I think it was, the last evening in Michigan.
Because the fact that we actually lived in a place that had snow and snowmen and skiing and all those things, that I like Typhoon Lagoon better because it represented all this tropical and fun about Florida.
That you couldn't get at home.
I always wondered if people from the north, if anybody else felt that same way. Because it seems like Typhoon Lagoon is the more popular of the two. But we went to Blizzard Beach because that's where Aiden wanted to go yesterday.
And we figured yesterday it might have been a little bit slower because a lot of people had left. They either were going home yesterday, they went home Saturday from their Easter spring break. And our philosophy in that was that they are not going to go to a water park on their last day because they don't want to get their swimsuit and all that wet and then have to pack it and travel. So
I never liked that when we travel, like, you know, when we were getting ready to go home, I didn't want the kids to go swimming and stuff to have, like, wet bathing suits to deal with on their ride
And I think
home.
we called it right because it was actually a fun day to be at the water park. It was not crowded whatsoever. So it was really kind of
But they don't do anything extra at Blizzard Beach as far as I'm aware of. But Typhoon Lagoon does have H2O glow nights that will be starting up again in June.
And that's the other reason we went to Blizzard Beach yesterday because we're going to Typhoon Lagoon in a couple weeks for the media night or for the annual pass holder night.
Yeah, I prefer Typhoon Lagoon, but yesterday was nice at Blizzard Beach.
Right. And actually, this week we had a busy weekend, and on Friday night, as Michelle said, we went to the movies over at the new Margaritaville Resort on 192 down by the 429 freeway there, and they have all kinds of stuff. They're building a huge water park over there, which it's massive. It's supposed to open sometime in early May, I believe.
It doesn't look like it's going to be ready in early May, though, unless they can really whip that together.
Unless there's a lot that we're not seeing. That's probably
maybe.
I don't know.
But it's going to be a really big water park, and it's not that far from World Drive, actually.
No, it looked like they had. I think it said they had 20 different experiences or rides to go on while you're there.
And they're the more adventurous water slides.
Yes.
Let's say they have the ones that the ones like the big slope that goes up on the side and like stuff that I won't go on because I'm afraid I'll flip and get water up my nose. But they have like the like stuff that like the kids would love, like that type of thing, because they were over there and they were just like, this looks really cool. Yeah. And I like Jimmy Buffett music and I like margaritas, so I think it would be it'll totally work out for all of us involved. If the kids want to go get water up their noses on those crazy slides, well, okay, I'll go find a chair and find a margarita.
Well, we were curious about it, so we started checking into the pricing to see what it costs. So one day at that water park's gonna be $49.99, but for
annual pass
is only $69.99 or $70, and you can actually split that up in 4 payments. So if you're local, $70 for the annual pass for the year to
or
go there.
Or if you visit Orlando more than once a year, or if you're planning on
2 visits pays for it.
Yeah, if you're planning on coming here for an extended stay in the summertime, or if you're going to make multiple trips, the Margaritaville Resort, their water park there looks pretty. It looks pretty fun. And it's funny because they're building this whole shopping complex around it. We had lunch over there, and you still. They're making it very tropical with palm trees and everything that you would think like a Margaritaville resort would look like.
What you would, in your head, what you would think of.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's supposed to be like Key West. If that's what
I don't know, but it's very tropical. They play, music through it. And there's all these buildings that are not, there's nothing in them yet. There's some that they have. But I think it's going to be really, really nice when they're done. Because the movie theater is back there. And then we went to that Ford's Garage, which I know they have in other places. But we went to the Skechers outlet, which I went and got shoes for Disneyland.
And somebody actually recognized her. And they were wearing the haunted leggings we saw at Lost Princess Carol. And
I was looking at shoes and I heard someone say, Main Street Mouse. I'm like, yes, in Skechers. So that was really sweet. So we talked to her for a little while. But I think that complex over there is going to be a lot of fun when it's done. I mean, it already looks beautiful back there. So I'm willing to check it out. I mean, water slides and it's,
It looks like there's going to be about, 20 or 25 shops and restaurants?
Once we get more information, I'll be sure to put that out. Actually, they do send me press info on that, so...
And then once more things open, we'll probably go over there, venture over there every now and then, go check it out, see what's new. But I would guess we'll go see the water park once it opens.
I would love to see the water park, and I want to see if they have margarita machine.
I would assume so.
Yeah, because if you've eaten at Margaritaville, any of them, I like the one at City Walk. They have the best margaritas like ever, and they're expensive, so you can't get a bunch of them. But if you can have one good margarita...
If you have one good one, though, you don't realize how much you're paying for all the other ones.
No, the margaritas... And it should be. I mean, he coined the song Margaritaville, so his margaritas have to be good.
And his cheeseburgers better be good, too.
And they need good cheeseburger in paradise. So, it all... I'm wondering if the concession stands at the water park are going to have cheeseburgers in paradise.
I'll take a cheeseburger in paradise and a margarita.
And a margarita. I'm in.
Margarita, please.
I'm in. Sign me up. We'll do the annual pass.
Well, the nice thing was you can do the annual pass and split it up into 4 payments. So It wouldn't be as expensive for all four of us at one time. We split up for 4 months. So.
Yeah, I know my parents would be all about that too. Now, I'm sad my dad would not go on the water slides, nor would my mother. But
if they come at least twice a year, so if we went each time they're here, it'd be cheaper to buy the season.
My parents like Jimmy Buffett, and they have a nice pool in their backyard. And in the summertime, my mom usually will, pull out her Jimmy Buffett CD. And
she does. And plays it on loop. But it's fun. So.
But it's fun. I always tell her that she makes like Florida Vacation in her backyard in Michigan. But
you do what you gotta do.
So I would like to drag my parents there as well. I think they would like it. But more information on that will come as soon as we know. Because they're still building it. Yeah, and they're building it quickly too.
Yeah, from Andrew was at the boys' school actually. They were told at the school that they were starting to hire. So anybody who wanted to go work there should go apply.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get the kids while they're off for school to go there. So
yeah, so that'll be fun.
So the only other thing I had on here was, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know a lot of the details about it, but today Disney, along with Make-A-Wish Foundation, announced the Friend Like Me campaign that's coming out. Will Smith is actually helping them get the word out there, and there's a video out there. But they're raising money for Make-A-Wish, and Disney's going to match the donations up to, was it $1 million?
I believe so.
Or was it $5 million?
There's an article on our site about that if you want to partake in that campaign. It just came out today. Actually, there was a lot of news that hit today, so if you scroll back after our show, of course, and check all the news, and then again tomorrow will be a busy news day as well.
Yeah, so make sure you stay tuned for all the news coming out tomorrow, because we don't want you guys to miss anything. Michelle's going to have a lot of good things, I think, to show you.
Michelle's already nervous about it.
Michelle's nervous, so that means she won't sleep tonight, which means Scott won't sleep tonight.
Okay, so I'm going to watch, I think that there's a recap of 90 Day Fiancé tonight, so I'll probably watch that.
No, it wasn't a recap, it was the people who run past
they're gonna critique it.
Yes.
Because, why not?
And you like that because it'd be snarky.
What do you mean? Really? Now who's throwing who under the bus?
Hey, get you back.
Oh, man. Yes, I like 90 Day Fiancé.
Now, so I guess we're pretty much done, correct?
Yeah.
So, what we've done is we still have to announce who won last week's big giveaway bag. And for those who didn't tune in, last week was our 1 year anniversary episode. Did I say 1 year or 1 week?
1 year, I don't know. It's
1 year.
1 year, and it was our Back from the Hack episode.
Back from the Hack. I like that. We should make a graphic. That's cool. So we were back from the hack. So we gave away a prize pack last week. It was mouse ears and Michelle's books, and there was a Evil Queen pop vinyl in there. There was an Alex and Ani.
I don't think I have all of it, but
I think most of it's in there. And and one of the Mashables signed by Maria Stuckey, the creator.
But my books are as well. And if you are our winner and you already have the books and you don't want it made to you, you can give them as a gift.
And if you'd like, once we announce who won it, hold on. We can.
And I have another gift for next week, so don't worry about it.
Yes, there's another gift for next week.
We are on this whole kick of giving prizes every week now, so if you don't win a prize this week, guess what? You could maybe win a prize next week.
Wow. Prize galore.
I know. It's like Christmas every week.
So you make them wait a little bit longer and tell them what this week's prize is?
No, let's announce our winner for our 1 year. Back from the Hack.
That's funny. Okay, so the winner of the 1 year TMSM Weekly Live Prize Pack is Afton Clark.
Afton Clark.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Afton. So in order to claim your prize, you have to message Michelle or I with your address to where we can put your package in a box and ship it out to you.
Yes, Afton Clark, you are our winner, so please contact
Congratulations.
us to collect
That's
your
awesome.
prize.
Good for you. But nobody feel bad because there's more prizes to win.
Every week. So we're like,
every week.
There's incentive to keep watching our silly show.
And the more people we get watching this, the better the prizes
are going to be, so keep that in mind.
Right now we're just picking stuff up from around our house. So
Shannon Cinco, you're ruining it for me.
What'd you say?
It's Avengers related. Really? Okay, you guys know us really well.
I wish I had my Avengers music. I could have it playing in the background.
Alright. So, next week's prize is...
Dun, dun, dun.
It is an Avengers travel case from Ulta Beauty. Now, this has Captain Marvel on it, Iron Man, Cap, Black Widow,
Hulk,
and it is a nice little travel bag. You can see I haven't used it.
Where you put your Disney makeup in.
Put your Disney makeup in. And they did sell, I don't know if these are sold out yet, but Ulta, which is one of my favorite stores ever, the Ulta, the makeup store.
And if they're watching, contact us, Ulta, the favorite makeup store ever. Or
so
Sephora.
You can win this little travel bag. And I think I'm going to make you guys comment with Avengers and the city and state where you live.
Now you can comment in the comments here on this live feed. You can also, after the show, I will upload this video to YouTube, and you'll be able to go to YouTube and also comment there with the city and state you're from.
Yes, Avengers
and
your city and state. And then next Monday we will announce who gets this awesome little makeup bag from Ulta.
And guess what? If you don't win it next week, there'll probably be another prize.
Yeah, because
that rolls.
I just got to figure out. If I get any good swag from the,
I didn't think about that.
because there's going to be new merchandise
so.
for the anniversary at the media events. If I can buy something from the 30th anniversary Hollywood Studios celebration, maybe that will be your prize next week.
Interesting.
I'm going to see what I can find just for you.
Look at them; they're already commenting.
And then while I still have you, before you sign off.
And we got a lot of screens to show you over here.
And also, for those of you who missed our announcement last week, Coffee Shop of Horrors and the Main Street Mouse have teamed up for our Spectral Churro blend of coffee.
What?
And part of the proceeds go to Give Kids the World. So not only do we have our own coffee now, which is churro flavored, part of the proceeds go for a wonderful cause.
That's right.
Give Kids
That's
the World sends deserving children and their families to Walt Disney World.
That's right. So if you go on our main site, there is an advertisement over on the right-hand side, and you'll see a picture with the coffee bags. If you just click on that, it'll take you to the Coffee Shop of Horrors website where you can place your order. And they do have it in different sizes, and they even have a sample 2-ounce serving you can have shipped out just to see if you can like it before you order.
Yeah, and this coffee, I've noticed that some of our followers have been getting their bags of coffee today, and they've been taking pictures of it and sending it in. And this is, like I said, it's really exciting for us. It just adds one more thing to our resume that the Main Street Mouse has. And we have our own coffee, and it's coffee for a good cause.
It is. So give it a try. I'm not a coffee drinker. I do not like coffee, actually. And I tried this, and I actually liked the taste of it. I thought it was very good. It wasn't too strong of a churro flavor. Not a lot of cinnamon in there. But
it's really good. It's just really good stuff.
So as some of you who have gotten it, if you could post comments and let others know, we'd appreciate that, just so you can kind of get word of mouth from other people.
Now, I know that I talked to Ashton over at the coffee shop, and he said that they had ran out of what they had in stock, which is a good thing.
That's awesome.
So they were getting more. So if you did not get your coffee yet, it is coming. I know they had more bags coming in, I believe, over the weekend. So it's a good thing that we're actually going to hopefully be able to Give Kids the World a nice donation at the end of the month. And if this continues to sell, then we'll have something to send them every month. So it's a really good thing.
And if you are local and you can go to Coffee Shop of Horrors, you can look up their address online. But in their shop, they actually had this last week. One day, this was actually an ice cream.
They made it in the ice cream. I wish I could have gotten out there because they actually make coffee ice cream, and they have like different ones on tap. Like they have like cold brew, they have ice cream, and whatever. And our coffee was their ice cream of the day.
Yes.
How cool is that?
Cool. So make sure you follow them on Instagram, follow them on Facebook, give them a like, let them know what you like once you review it. Let them know if you liked it or not. Let us know. We would appreciate that. And they've even said if this does well, that in the future we might come out with a different flavor.
People are asking for
decaf.
Yes. People are asking for tea. And I think that it's something that maybe we can do with them. This was our first try of it. So.
Yep, so I put the graphic up there so you can all see it. But if you just go to, I actually have a link there, tmsm.shop/coffee, and that will take you to the Coffee Shop of Horrors website where you can order your own bag and have it shipped out to you. And like I said, it does come in different sizes of bags. I think they have the 2-ounce sampler, then they have 1, 2, and I think even a 5-pound one if I'm not mistaken. So. But give it a try. If you don't like churro or you not sure if you'll like it, they have lots of other great flavors there to try.
They do.
So I'll go ahead and pull it down. So hold on, I got to find my little dot. So there we go. Pull that back. Also, tonight we were finally able to use our text alerts, which I think a lot of you got, or everybody who signed up should have gotten it. But if you haven't signed up for it yet, please do. Please text the word TMSM Live to the number 94253. That will include you on our list so that every week when we do go live before the show, we'll send you out a text alert just to kind of remind you, because Facebook is not good about reminding people.
Yeah, absolutely not.
And also, we're going to use that when we're in the parks and we're about to go live for anything. If there's a parade or a fireworks show or anything like that, we're going to use that from the parks. That we can also tell you guys, hey, we're going live. If you want to go check it out on the main page, we'll be there in a minute. So I just want to, again, TMSM Live to 94253. Also, as we mentioned last week, we were invited to cover Disneyland for the Galaxy's Edge opening next month. So May 28th through the 31st, Michelle and I will be in Disneyland to cover that event. There's a press event on the 29th, and the 30th is the dedication and such to the land. And then the land officially opens on the 31st, but we will be there for the 3 days prior to that. And we were trying to figure out how can we make sure that everybody gets updates or videos or anything like that. So what we've done is we've actually created another text alert line that you can sign up for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland. So if you text the word TMSM SWGE, so TMSM Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the acronym for that, to 94253, that will sign you up for that list. And that list will be the one we use when we're in Disneyland. So we are only going to use it for those 4 days we're out there. But anytime Michelle goes live from inside the park, or if a news breaks of something that maybe wasn't publicly announced before, we'll be able to send out a text alert just to let you guys know, hey, there's a blog about this, or Michelle's going live about this, or here's a picture of the walkthrough of the Millennium Falcon. Whatever we can get, we will do it. But so that list would only be used for those 4 days. But if you sign up for it now, you'll be included on those text alerts when they start coming out, and that way you won't miss a single bit of the coverage from Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland.
Yes, and I'm going to work really hard to get that information out. Just like I think I'm nervous tomorrow about this 2-day presser at the studios. I'm really preempting the nerves for Galaxy's Edge. This is going to be a big event. I don't know if I've ever covered anything that big before. No pressure.
No pressure at all. So again, for the Galaxy's Edge text alerts, it's TMSMSWGE. So the Main Street Mouse Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Text that to 94253. It's the same number we use for both. It's just a different keyword that puts you on a different list. And that way we'll be able to alert you guys when something's going on in Disneyland while we're out there.
Yep.
Let's see, I wanted to give a couple other overlays here. Sorry for bombarding you guys, but TMSM Radio is still out there. People are telling us all the time how much they enjoy it. We're going to flip some of the music up here pretty soon and add some new tracks and maybe take some of the older ones off, kind of keep it fresh and new for you guys. So in order to find that, you can go to your App Store or your Google Play Store and just do a search on TMSM Radio. It should come up and you can just download it to your phone. Completely free, doesn't cost you a penny. You can download it. It's sponsored by Kingdom Strollers. Our friend Matt over there sponsored the radio station, so we show it to you, so we can play it for you guys. And then the TMSM.
He's going through a slideshow.
I have a bunch of them. So you can follow us on social media at The Main Street Mouse on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Again, at The Main Street Mouse. On Twitter, it's just Main Street Mouse, so you can follow us there. And then the last one is follow Michelle and I on Instagram. You can follow Michelle at Michelle M. Atwood or myself, TMSM Avenger, on Instagram and see what we're up to. And especially when we're out in Disneyland, we'll be doing a lot of posting on there. So
yes.
I think that is everything I had to show. If it's not, it's all I'm showing. So
yeah, please don't forget to comment on this feed, Avengers in your city and state.
Yes.
And also for an extra entry, go to our YouTube channel at The Main Street Mouse and do the same thing, because that'll give you an extra entry to win this adorable Avengers travel bag from Ulta, because, who doesn't love Ulta?
I will have the video on YouTube probably within a half an hour or so it's not there yet, but once we get it up there,
yeah, it has to be on this video once it's uploaded, and it'll be uploaded.
And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel while you're over there. Just subscribe and then hit the little bell so you get notifications, so every time we upload a video, you'll be notified about it.
Yes. And again, I hope that you follow along with me tomorrow. I think that the festivities start at 11 at the studios. And on Wednesday morning as well. So it's going to be whatever information I can show you from the studios tomorrow. I will definitely do. I'll do that. Hopefully that my construction boots and everything are going to go towards good cause, and I'll get some good coverage of Galaxy's Edge.
We hope it all works out. So we're good. And somebody asked for the text alerts for Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge. It was just TMSM SWGE. Send the text to 94253.
And that's about it.
That's it. I think we're good now.
So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow All Week on social media because we always have something going on. And it's never too late to share this video with your friends so we can share the magic and spread the Main Street Mouse's happiness
everywhere.
So, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and we hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday.
Yep, guys, have a great week. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Stop it.